It's Updated TCG here, and welcome back to our TCG video on my channel. Today we're going to be playing Archaludon EX, but with the Team Rocket's bomb in there. So that's going to be very funky. We're going to be flipping some coins and see how good it actually will be. We're going to be boosting up the damage output of the Archaludon. So hopefully you guys are excited for today's upload. This is the first place winning list of the City League over in Japan. So it already won out of 64 players in the region of Niigata. So interesting for sure. We're gonna be checking, of course, all the stats here. So we have Archaludon EX, 300 HP, you evolve, and then you can instantly accelerate 2 metal energies from your discard pile to your Pokemon, which is gonna be very good because you're evolving and you have instantly enough energies to go for the metal defender attack, 220 damage. I actually played Archaludon at EOIC this year, and I think it's a very cool deck because it pretty much powers itself up. What else do we have in the deck? It's gonna be the new Team Rocket's Venture Bomb. We flip a coin. If heads, we put 2 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon. If tails, we put 2 damage counters on our active Pokemon. So you can play this, and with the help of Munkidori, even if we flip tails, we can put the damage to the opponent. So that's pretty much what the deck is all about. So that's going to be super cool indeed. High amount of Earthen Vessel to get, of course, the discard synergy to get them in the discard pile, those metal energies, so we can activate the Assemble Alloy ability, and then also the Darkness energy, so we can actually utilize the Adrena Brain, one of the most powerful abilities in the game currently, the Munkidori here. And other than that, we also come back with the Relicanth. Sometimes when you damage yourself through the means of the Team Rocket's Venture Bomb, your damage output of something like the Raging Hammer could become more than the opponent expects. Definitely in combination with something like a Black Belt Straining to slap even an additional 40. So a very cool deck. You also can, of course, utilize Turo to, of course, if you're damaged, get it back in hand. You have Jamming Tower for those pesky tool cards around. Think about Technical Machine Evolution. Think about Bravery Charm, all that stuff. Or maybe even EXP share. You can also shut that down. So this is has one of the strongest matchups up against something like a Dragapult. So that's also a very big bonus. So we're going to be diving into the rank ladder with this archetype. If you guys are excited, let me know down below. As well as checking out the sponsors that make the videos possible. DragonShield.com for your sleeves, binders, and deck boxes. You can get 5% off using the coupon ZAPDOS5. TC Evolutions for your damage counters and ability tokens, 10% off using the coupon ZAPDOSTCG. BowtownStore.com for your TCG Live code card needs. You can get them with 5% off with instant email delivery. And Cardmarket.com for European players who are able to buy as well as sell cards to people all across Europe. Use the referral name ZAPDOSTCG to help support the channel. Okay, Archaludon, it's been a while since I've played with this archetype. I am actually missing Radiant Greninja and all that good stuff, but we're gonna try and showcase what the deck is all about. Also a deck that is not too weak against something like Item Lock, as you do come back with the Hammer in, which actually slaps 30 damage, enough to actually knock out any Budu that comes your way. Looks like we're gonna be up against, I don't even know, Energy Retrieval. It looks to me like a Raging Bolt deck. Yeah. Funny fact is that we can actually knock out Raging Bolts through the means of the Team Rocket's Venture Bomb, so that can be very hilarious. If we flip correctly, we're gonna be having ourselves a very great situation on our hands. We also come back with Munkidori and attachment already, so that's good. So that means the Venture Bombs will be really useful in this situation. And we have the Earthen Vessel as well. This is one of the strongest opening hands because we can instantly go for Munkidori, attachment of the turn, Earthen Vessel, get 2 metal energies, and instantly discard them with the Professor's Research. So let's figure out what the opponent is about to do here. They are playing the Raging Bolt archetype, if I think I saw that correctly. They're playing Judge, they're playing Lightning Energies, Area 0 under Dabs, starting with Fezandipiti. So it's going to be an attachment to the Fez. That's very bad news. We cannot do anything about this, to be honest. We can just go for slap down Munkidori, attachment to the fella over here, go for an Earthen Vessel, getting ourselves 2 metal type energies, and go for a big old Professor's Research. Let's go. We have the Team Rocket's Venture Bomb already, which is very hilarious. I don't actually need it since I can actually one-hit KO this. So I will wait with that. We're just gonna evolve and then either go for a Boss's Orders play, but I don't have a setup quite yet. And I only have one Duraludon in the active position. If they retreat and actually knock it out through the means of something like the Bellowing Thunder, we actually are in trouble. So I hope we're gonna be able to survive this. It is like, looks like the opponent just has Fezandipiti attached pass, so no Phanerodon, no Hoot, no Teal Mask. They're gonna go for Crispin. Okay. That is the only card they're gonna be playing. Interesting. No Nest Ball, no Ultra Ball, otherwise they would have played that before. And it looks like we're gonna be donking the Fezandipiti here, so that's gonna be quite easy. But I want to just test my luck here with the Team Rocket's Venture Bomb. Very cool card to play if you want that additional damage output. At this point, we're gonna wait. We're gonna leave this for the upcoming games, because I know with this scenario, ooh, Bravery Charm, it's gonna be useful. It could be useful because we do have the Black Belt's training in hand. The Cruel Arrow. That's actually kind of interesting. They have more HP right now. If we do draw into a Metal type energy or an Earthen Vessel, we instantly win the game. Okay, 100 damage output. We can put 30 back on them. And then maybe the Team Rocket's Venture Bomb as well. Yeah, it could be very relevant, by the way. Okay. Okay, we're gonna be going for Adrena Brain first. Putting the damage onto the Fez. And let's see how crazy our luck is. If it's a heads, we win. Let's go. That's 50, alright. Now we just evolve. Now that is quite the cool video, right? Let's get these accelerated so we can actually knock it out. So you see the damage output, you're just gonna Tinning is winning, get another research. The only thing we need is an energy here, and we win the game. Oh, let's go! And there is the energy of choice. So as you saw, 260 HP is not a problem. We're at this point slapping 270 because you can use Adrena Brain and you have the Team Rocket's Venture Bomb. So that's already nice to showcase the true power of the item card. Even though the opponent was not able to set up, our second turn was actually 270 damage output. Quite crazy indeed. So Archaludon now has more damage output than ever before, which really solidifies the deck to knock out like higher HP Pokemon, because in the past 220 was sometimes a little bit lackluster. Another cool thing you can do with the Adrena Brain and the Venture Bombs is going after weak HP Pokemon. You can technically go for Adrena Brain knocking out Budu, go for the Venture Bomb to knock out more stuff a couple of turns later. It is very good. Okay, let's dive into some more gameplay with Archaludon, or actually Archalabomb. That's what I'm calling it currently. Okay. I'm very excited to be playing with another deck. There's so many decks on my lineup currently. I still have to test out Crustle the Crab. Crustle with a very cool build of Iron Thorns I'm going to be showcasing most likely tomorrow. But for now, let's enjoy flipping some coins with the Venture Bomb. The Team Rocket card that you might think, oh, where does this belong to? Are we going to be pairing this up with Crobat, EX, and that kind of archetype? Well, think again. Archaludon is its best friend currently, if we take a look at results. That is, okay, starting off with an okay-ish opening hand. We have the Iona, we have the attachment of turn. We can use Hammer-In on our second turn. Actually, on our first turn going second. But we will need to find, oh, another Raging Bolt. Ooh, very scary. Okay. Raging Bolts typically have a high amount of hit points. Okay, an attachment of the turn. Pass. Okay, Nesball. Now we're gonna see some Fan Rotom action, most likely. Hoot, 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 all that stuff. In order for us to actually win this matchup, we need to rely on the Venture Bombs 100%. Otherwise, we will never win. We do have 130 HP, meaning they need to discard 2 energies in order to knock us out. Something like Venture Bombs, and I think Munkidori will be less useful unless we flip tails every single time, but the most damage you can do with the Venture Bombs is like 60 if we combine all of them. Okay, just a pass. The cool thing is we can technically go attachment here. We're gonna have to go for Iona, otherwise we're gonna get donked. We can already soften up the Raging Bolt there by slapping the damage with the Hammer-In, so that's actually pretty good. Okay, we have Prime Catcher as well. We're not going to be using that. We're going to have to Nest Ball, get ourselves... I could Squack, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to get this one. Artisan... Yeah, we can still get Fezandipiti later. Just going to get Archaludon out. Artisan. Tinning is winning. Let's go. And more Archaludon action. We do have Earthen Vessels and all that good stuff. So let's get all of them out the deck right away. And then slap for a tiny little bit of that. I could have saved my Nest Ball for Fezandipiti. Maybe that was better. Just went for Artisan and just stayed chill. But they could just go for Judge, and that's very, very scary. So we'll figure out together what's gonna happen here. Yeah, maybe the Fez was better here. I don't have any energies in my discard pile besides this one. I do have a high amount of... Yeah, there's still a lot of Archaludons left in the deck, right? And if I get rid of them, Night Scratcher is also a way out, I suppose. So the thing we would need is like Energy Earthen Vessel from the Professor's research. Raging Bolt is already damaged, meaning we can just evolve, knock it out, unless they have Bravery Charm. Then we're gonna have to go after the Teal Mask Ogre Pawn first. Because that one does have 210 HP, which is something we can handle. If they have a Bravery Charm, this puts it all the way to 290 HP, which is very hard to deal with. That means it needs 2 Venture Bombs in order to knock it out. But that can happen in the late game as well. Artisan again. The cool thing with Artisan is that we can tin out. We can keep getting like cards from the deck, like Munkidori and all that. And if the Venture Bomb is still, it doesn't matter too much. Okay, Area 0 under death. Nuzball finding themselves Mew EX, another Pokemon which we can easily knock out. Another Nuzball, so that's like all the 2 prizers are on the field currently. Very good news. This is the good news show, ladies and gentlemen. I wonder what we should do here. We're gonna throw away the Prime Catcher. I think knocking out the current Raging Bolt here, they're gonna draw 3. They're gonna discard like all their energy, so maybe knocking out the Mew here is better. Crispin? They will have enough energies on board. So it depends on where they remove the energies. We can also move or actually knock off some more energies from the field, right? Depends on where they are gonna be holding the energies. Then we're gonna prime catch that. The thing we would need is an Earthen Vessel and an energy and an Archaludon. Bellowing Thunder, where are the energies being removed from? That's the most important question. One, okay, they leave one in the active position, so I think I just need to knock out the active. No need to go for prime catchers. Come on. It is the Venture Bomb here. That's kind of cool. Yeah, it does make it easier for them to knock us out, but it does make the other Raging Bolt lower down in HP if it happens. It is a Tails. We're slapping damage onto ourselves. Yeah, not exactly what I wanted. Research. Okay, this is exactly what I wanted. Okay, cool. Earthen Vessel. Get these. Could get 2 metal energies at this point because I need all the metal energies. We do have Stretcher though, and this could help as well. Interesting. Darkness energy. At this point, it's all about the metal type energies, right? And we're gonna have to Fez and all that as well. Interesting. I'll take these. I will go for Evolution Time with Archaludon, and unfortunately we did damage ourselves, which means they need less energies. The Metal Defender is here. Ta-ta, ta-ta. Attachment there. It's gonna have to be Nuzball for the Fez. I can still get the Munkidori and all that if all comes to good fruition. Flipping some scripts over here. Counter Catcher. Interesting. We can use that later, and as we do have an Archaludon in hand, I think I will go for grabbing myself another Darolodon, because maybe I can evolve 2 of them to accelerate to 1, so we can use the attachment of the turn to be the Munkidori. Is that a good idea? Who knows? 220 damage, and the Hammer End really helped out here. Okay. These come to life. We have the Jamming Tower, more energies. If they come with a Raging Bolt, they're gonna knock us out, which means we can counter catcher and then finish off later with the Venture Bomb Munkidori strategy. We have the Jamming Tower as well to shut down any Bravery Charm that might come to town, and we do compact with 2 copies of Jamming Tower. So even though we currently could play 1, Like playing one with an Iono could be strong. We can research and try to find all of our resources. In our discard pile, there will be 3 energies. Yeah, but we will counter catcher, knock off some more energies. They need to like discard 4 energies currently. They might whiff on Sada. No, Noctowl. They don't whiff on Sada ever. But we're gonna play around the Raging Bolt and then finish it off later with the double evolution strategy if we're able to like find more pieces. The deck list is playing 3 copies of Night Stretcher. We have to put that into account. We already played 1 copy. We also have access to 4 Duraludon. It's a 4/4 line. So if we're able to like evolve 2 of them at the same time, the attachment of the turn can then become on the Munkidori and then we can go through anything. There's also a world where we can just find Balsasaurus as well. So we're gonna attachment Fez. Yeah, at this point we win the prize trade, right? Attachment there. They have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 energies, 7 energies in play, but it's still not gonna be enough. The Archaludon is gonna win the prize trade with the 2/2/2 prize trade off. Okay, please leave all energies on an Ogre Pawn because I'm gonna knock that out first with my good friend Counter Catcher. They will be ahead in the prize trade by 1 prize. Counter Catcher will be live and that's gonna be fantastic. You can also Counter Catcher Mew and go for a big Iono. Could be cool as well, but they have not played that many Sadas, right? Interesting. Okay, well, first of all, let's see here. How many Sadas in there? Only 1. So even if I Iono, there is still a chance. I suppose they whiff. Okay, I'm gonna start with Jamming Tower. I'm gonna be attaching... Yeah, we'll see what they discard. If we go after a Mew, we can also knock off another energy. Forces them to just get a whole lot of stuff going. Yeah, that's probably... I'm actually not afraid too much here. I'm just gonna attach up the turn here. I'll evolve. One, two. Before I use my Counter Catcher, I'm actually gonna check real quick. Yeah. There's 2 energies right there. A lot of stretchers in the discard as well. I do have access to a big research. Is that going to be the best answer though? Big research or Counter Catcher? We do have 7 metal type energies. That's 5, 6, 2 stretchers. Maybe it is the best plan of action just to make it as difficult as possible. Let's go for the Counter Catcher, knock off this guy, go for a big Professor's Research. Whee! Okay, slap down a Munkidori. Yeah, there's another stretcher right there, so that's good. I don't even know if I have more energies left. 2 darkness type energies, so we will need to find more solutions. At this point, I don't think they're gonna judge, right? So I wanna just Pokegear. Could find Boss, that's already good. And then go for flipping the script. Okay, double stretcher. That initiates something beautiful. Because that means we can proactively use the stretcher. Or now that I think about it, I could Ultra Ball. Get rid of this, get rid of that. Get myself the Archaludon. There's one here. We do have the boss's orders in the hand. A bunch of Venture Bombs as well. I will go for Evolution Time. Yeah, 2 of these. Instantly accelerated. 1, 2. The problem is... Yeah, I could just Stretcher, get Duraludon, and then get Stretcher for another Archaludon. Yeah, maybe that's the best plan of action. We just get this one. They're gonna have the Raging Bolt regardless. Get a Duraludon. Yeah, and then the next Stretcher can be Archaludon. That means we can Munkidori some stuff if this guy stays in the active position. How many Ultra Balls do we have left? 2 Ultra Balls in the discard pile. there are 4 Ultra Balls in here. So if they go after this one, the Stretcher still needs to be... If they go after this one, they're not going after this one. So it can 100% be Stretcher, get an Archaludon in hand, because we have more ways to find that. Then go for the Metal Defender. And we're gonna try and showcase something cool here. Just get 2 prizes. And with Munkidori, we have the balls in hand. So if they most likely need to just... they can still knock it out with double Teal Dance Attachment of Turn Judge. Could be happening. That's why I did go for the Night Stretcher proactively. So the Archaludon is in the deck. And we need Munkidori Energy. Okay, there's the Prime Catcher. The Fez. Okay. That solves a little bit of... Oh, there's an Iono coming. Crazy. They can knock that out. We need the Venture Bombs. Ooh, Nesball and Pokegear. Maybe I should have saved my Night Stretcher for the Fez here. They're gonna go for the Bellowing Thunder. Yeah, I know there's still a bunch of Boss's Orders laying around in my deck. I'm currently playing 3 copies of Boss's Orders in my discard pile. In my discard pile, there are no Boss's Orders, so that's kind of crazy. So either we go for Venture Bomb, or we go for Boss. So we Nesball, find Munkidori. So either we draw into Venture Bomb Darkness Energy, or just Venture Bomb Flip Heads, or find the Boss's Orders. That is the plan of action with this Pokegear. It's going to be the Boss's Orders. It's as simple as that. It could have been cool if I had research and then showcased the true potential here, but yeah, you do see here, price trade wise, it's alright. There were multiple win conditions. So Raging Bolt, who still plays this, ladies and gentlemen? It is, yeah, I did actually win a cup with the Raging Bolt. I think it was last month or the month before that. I didn't play too much cups in this quarter, so but yeah, the season is done. I ended actually with 800 championship points. If you guys have played cups as well, let me know what your best finish was. And are you a fan of the Archaludon Bomb deck? Let me know down below as well. First of all, a word from our sponsor before we continue to the next game.
Level up your game with TC Evolutions. Breathtaking damage counters, special condition tokens, and ability markers. Precision, style, power. Use coupon TCG for 10% off only at TC Evolutions.
Okay, we found another opponent here. We're gonna be playing Archaludon again. It's gonna be fantastic. Love playing with the bombs. The bombs really, in this match, didn't showcase their power, but they could have showed their power. It was not necessary, but it's an additional win condition, as I mentioned here. Are you guys, how many of you guys are actually attending the World Championships over in Anaheim? I'm very curious. This deck always wants to go first. You're a setup-based deck that wants to at least get an energy on the Munkidori, or attach an energy, or get some energies in the discard pile, all that stuff. Ugh! The most horrendous opening hand you've ever seen. If I find a vessel, I can at least do something. Okay, a Mew. We have a Nesball, so we can squack this entire hand away. Note to self, we are playing Squackability. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that. Unfortunately, this hand is, ugh, this hand is bad. So we have the Squack, we have the Munkidori. Access to only 1 Venture Bomb. Yeah, they're making it hard for us, right? But we're gonna try and boss. There's already 2 prizes on the field, so that's gonna be our situation currently. This one, and let's squack away. So still Squackability part of the way to get those energies in the discard pile. Slapping down Dura. We have double Archaludon, only 1 energy in the discard pile. We can Ultra Ball, but we don't have something like a Mew EX. Okay, we're gonna save all these cards in hand. Maybe they go for Iono. Yeah, we have 5 cards in hand. I hope they go for Iono because my hand is like unplayable. And there's a 2 prizers lurking around in my hand. If I do get knocked out, I have access to Fezandipiti, but I wonder what kind of deck this is. Which decks play Mew EX? Buddy Buddy Puffin? Gardevoir? Show me the rolls. Summon them for me. Yeah, having Squackability up against Gardevoir is really, really, really bad. But yeah, with the Venture Bomb, we can sometimes knock out a Screamtail. There's no way to remove Squawkabilly EX from play. This list is not playing Scoop Up Cyclone, instead it is playing Prime Catcher. Ugh, bad stuff. Are they gonna item lock us? I feel like they have Mew EX, that they need to go for an item lock here. Drifloon? It's not turning okay. Please, Iono me. Please. But not Iono me with item lock. That would be way worse. Ultra Ball again. Maybe Budu and then restart for one. Yeah, this is a bad matchup. Like, at one point, if they're not able to knock us out, there's a world where we can Raging Hammer a Gardevoir EX. Screamtail already come into town. Nazball come into town. They're gonna slap everything down and draw cards. Munkidori. Screamtail, a YOLO restart. Bravery Charm again. Oh, dang. The YOLO restart. Please, Iono me. Please. Earth Vessel. Well, they have a ton of energies. Clearly also down in the discard pile, but they probably play a lot of Night Stretchers. Probably 4. So, and they probably play rare candies as well. My Squawk is already being knocked out, most likely next turn. Psychic Energy? Okay, they're gonna try to confuse us at one point. We have a Nazball. That's not gonna do anything. That's not gonna do anything. The Nazball could allow us to get a Munkidori, but we already have Munkidori in hand. Ugh. This only accelerates to Metal-type Pokemon. This is if I attack, I get the damage back. But if I get the damage back, I can put the damage back. No, we're not attacking here. We'll see. We have now 6 cards in hand. Please, Iono me. Okay. The YOLO restarts happening again. They're the research. Let's go. Okay, we are in trouble. Or I would say my Squawkabilly is in trouble. There are no crazy attackers on the field, except for Drifloon. We have the Jamming Tower though, so maybe all of their artisans are prized. Ultra Ball. God. This is not good. Even with Squawkabilly, we are not drawing into any supporters. Might I add that we are playing 4 Research, as well as 3 Iono, but seemingly are not able to find any of those. TM Evo. Oh, they're gonna Mind Band us. Now we are confused. Okay, there is an Iono. So, we can technically just evolve this guy. Do the Assemble Alloy. I also love Iron Bundle in this list, but it's not in this current 60. Munkidori right here. Nazball. Get another Duron play. We're gonna give them so many resources. It's so bad. But we still have Jamming Tower, I suppose. Yeah, a lot of gusting capabilities here. Yeah, it's gonna have to be... Oh, my Darkness Energies prize as well? Are you kidding me? So 2 Venture Bombs and 2 Darkness type energies. Oh no, there's 1 energy. Yeah, there's 1 in the discard pile. But still, 1 Darkness type energy, 2 Venture Bombs in these prizes. Feels pretty bad. Looks like the confusion animation is still there. Confused Archaludon! But it's not. Okay, only 1 prize. It is a Venture Bomb. That's good. Okay, we can uptrade, right? If they Screamtail our... If they Screamtail our Squawkabilly, we can Boss's Orders something with Team Rocket's Venture Bomb. How many energies in the discard pile? All of them. That is scary. Luckily, Jamming Tower still in play. Gonna be Arven's Secret Box. Okay, the Secret Box is gonna bump the Jamming Tower. Do we still have another Jamming Tower? Yeah, we do have another Jamming Tower. I don't know if it's prized or not, but this looks like a very uphill battle. We were already able to showcase that Archaludon was able to win against Raging Bolt. This Gardevoir matchup seems pretty bad. Definitely because I had to slap down this 2 prize liability. I wonder which Pokemon they're gonna use to attack with. We've gotten rid of a Munkidori with a Darkness Energy at least, so that's nice. 2 Munkidoris down. Let's hope all the Gardevoir EX cards are priced. Is that too much to ask for? Okay, here they come. Ultra Ball. Gardevoir EX. We have 240 HP. So if they accelerate 6 energies on there, this guy can only slap 180. Unless they have the Munkidori. There's the Artisan. Venture Bomb could be funny. Artisan for nothing. They did use... Yeah, they're gonna power up Drifloon here and knock us out. Most likely. What can be the chance? What can be the opportunity? If we have we can counter catcher Mew EX, knock this guy out with a Venture Bomb, and then they only have a Gardevoir EX and no draw power on board. Maybe that is a great solution, forcing them to get Fezandipiti on board, making our life a little bit easier. How many energies are gonna put on the little Drifloon? Are they gonna over accelerate? No, they're not. They are not. Not good. Not good at all. We need double Venture Bomb, which is hard, seeing as there's only one left in deck. Clean damage. They didn't even have to over accelerate because of the early pressure of the Mind Band. Okay. What is the best plan? What is the best plan? Artisan. Another Dura. What is the best plan? Counter Catcher. There's even Prime Catcher. Jamming Tower. Finding Jamming Tower is probably the best plan. But we have so many Bossasaurus, I don't want to get rid of them, to be honest. We have an energy that we... Slapping down another 2-prizer. Is that a good idea? Pokegear. There's a Turo. That is interesting. That is interesting. I don't want to knock this guy out, to be honest. Yeah, the Iono here is actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. How do we knock this guy out? Is the Venture Bomb gonna help? Most likely not. One Venture Bomb is not enough. We need to attach here. And try to find a way to the Jamming Tower. Yeah, these Venture Bombs are good, but Jamming Tower will be better. I'm gonna have to get rid of the... Turo is also kind of good. Yeah, it's gonna have to be this. Yeah. Archaludon. Classic evolution time. And like drawing into, like, I would say Jamming Tower and Counter Catcher would be beautiful. Well, yeah. Jamming Tower and Counter Catcher. Come on, Iono, give me what I need. Yeah, none of it. Nothing at all. I could still. There's still an option. If I not get one shot, there's still a world. Ultra Ball. How many energies in this Garpal? 2. It's a lot. So most likely this and that. But we need to maximize the chances, right? Black Belt out of nowhere. A Black Belt out of nowhere could work against Gardevoir, like, for sure. How many stretchers do we have? We have more stretchers, okay. Gonna get rid of these. I'm gonna get my Fezandipiti on board. And Fezandipiti really needs to find Jamming Tower and Counter Catcher. That's a start. Let's go. Knocking out the Drifloon with the Jamming Tower. There's a research for next turn. We have the Black Belt as well. And Metal Defender. Okay, we got into 3. If they knock us out, there is a world. Counter Catcher into Venture Bomb, Munkidori shenanigans. I think a Screamtail can easily make quick work of the Squawkabilly right there, but then the Screamtail will have 10 HP remaining, meaning we need a Venture Bomb and a Pulse. I did throw away a Venture Bomb. There's still one in the deck as there's still one prized. But yeah, we are fighting an uphill battle, don't forget. Don't forget, we are playing with Archaludon, the bomb. Okay, there's Fezandipiti, 2 prizes are on board. There's Jamming Tower, so they might have issues with this big tank, meaning Archaludon will survive, most likely. And then we can focus on finding Counter Catcher. Counter Catcher and Venture Bomb. Venture Bomb and Boss's Orders. Venture Bomb, Boss's Orders. Are they gonna alter our hand? I just hope... What can happen here? We already throw down our Jamming Tower. We only play 2. Big research, no Iono. Maybe they can attack with Gardevoir EX. Then we can surprise them with the Black Belt. The Black Belt's not gonna be enough unless they're gonna be having, I would say, 30 damage on it. That's 280. 280. So Black Belt into Venture Bomb would also be a win condition. Or Adrena Brain into Black Belt. That forces us to actually get... Okay, Screamtail. That is the viable answer here. The viable answer. They're gonna go after Screamtail. They're gonna go after Squawkabilly. How do we do this? I want to Venture Bomb on myself, then Counter Catcher, and then Adrena Brain. That's what I want. Yeah. Now I hope it's a Tails. If I even find the Venture Bomb. Dang. Luckily, we will be able to use Fezandipiti. Yeah, Shaman. I don't know why you're putting that down. It's doing absolutely nothing. Okay, still gonna be a close one, ladies and gentlemen. Still gonna be a close one. Screamtail has 4 energies. I could technically pick up Fezandipiti and Counter Catcher. I could pick Fezandipiti up with a Turo, but they can Turo as well. So that's a more risky approach. Risky approaches. Okay. As we do come back with so many of these cards, I'm gonna get rid of them. Getting ourselves totally nothing. So we have options here. We can draw into Boss's Orders, Night Stretcher Bomb. Night Stretcher Bomb. We have the Prime Catcher as well. So there is still a world where we research and try to find Prime Catcher Bomb and Night Stretcher. Night Stretcher Bomb and Prime Catcher. Yeah. So, with these resources in mind, they have not played Turo, but they most likely are playing Turo. Flipping the script. Okay, there's the Prime Catcher. That could make our life quite a bit easier. Yeah, Prime Catcher Turo. And then all the energies are stuck on the Screamtail, and if they don't have Turo, we could win. They also have Counter Catcher Shenanigans, so maybe the best plan... Oh, this is so crazy. We have an energy at least. But we're not going to be able to play the bombs. Ugh. Venture Bombs. I'm going to try something. I don't know if it's going to happen. We're going to Prime Catcher. How many stretchers in their discard piles? Like only 1. So I'm actually going to catch just one off guard. There's still a Jamming Tower in play, so there's that. And I will Turo up my Fez. Yeah. And then go for this. Attachment node turn here. And then go for the attack. I don't know if it's the best plan. I could have gone for research, but if I play pro, I need to then find Stretcher and only 1 bomb. And that's like, they're with 15 cards left in deck, that's a 50% shot. At this point, all the energies are stuck on the Screamtail. So if their Professor Turo is prized, we can run away with this game as we only need 1 more prize card. Gardevoir does not slap that much damage. How many Turos? I have not seen Turo in the list though. So they have the Screamtail. There's 4 energies loaded up on that guy. 3 energies in their discard pile. They have to bump the Artisan. They have to find Artisan because Jamming Tower is in play. So my wish and my win condition is that they actually... And they can still Ionoas and then Screamtail, do stuff like that. But as soon as we draw into the Venture Bomb... Oh, there's the Artisan already. A lot of research in the deck. Or in the hand. There's still one research lurking in the deck. As I know, my last prize card is the Venture Bomb. So there's one research left if I get Ionoed. There's 2 Pokegears in my discard pile, meaning there's still 1 Pokegear as well. So out of the 15 cards, there's like 2 very deep draw supporters. I could draw into Venture Bomb, that's a 3rd copy. I could draw into an Archaludon, which will make myself retreat, so they need to like trap Munkidori, I suppose. So there's the Iono. Iono, so no Turo, so there's a win condition here. We have 1 card to draw, and it is Artisan. Very, very bad card, as Artisan is still around. Counter Catcher trapping, yeah, the one with 2 retreat, but note to self is that, yeah, there's 2 Archaludons in the discard pile, so this is the better play. If we draw into Night Stretcher, we win. If we draw into Venture Bomb and we flip heads, we win. So up against this Guardy, it is still close, might I add. Currently in the discard pile, 3 of these. We could also still draw into Nest Ball, which is an option as the Fezandipiti is back in the deck. I Turoed it up because otherwise they could just Bravery Charm and knock that out. Yeah. Yeah, otherwise they would have just put the Bravery Charm here and just Screamtailed out of nowhere. In their discard pile there is only 1 Bravery Charm, so they most likely still have 1 remaining. I wonder if they're just gonna snipe on this guy not to activate. They're gonna retreat? What? They're not gonna snipe? They're gonna wait a turn? They're gonna slap with the Guardy EX. Yo, that forces even the boss's orders as a win condition. So how many win conditions do we have? There's 2 boss in deck, but they're already on the bottom of the deck. Win conditions are Pokegear, boss, research, the Black Belt, Nest Ball for Fez. So many grades. There's 21 cards in the deck. I am scared of what's gonna happen now. They didn't even slap down Munkidori here, so this Gardevoir has literally a lot of hit points left, 250, so come on, heart of the cards. I summoned the energy necessary to win this battle. It's a bomb. That's not, can that work? 240, that's still, yeah, it's not gonna work. Dang, unfortunately it's not gonna work. They can just retreat and Screamtail. Yeah, if it was any other card, it would have been nice. Like, Boss's Orders would have been a win condition. Screamtail could have drawn us more cards. Black Belt would have been 3 copies of research. 3 copies? Yeah. Unfortunately. So 240, they could still misplay. But like, there's so many energies left. They can just retreat on Screamtail. Yeah, they only need 1 more prize card. This is game, unfortunately. Very close game, though. Very close game. I love playing very close games like this, but it's an unfortunate situation. This deck does not have any on-board draw support. In the past we had stuff like Radiant Greninja, which could have helped in this scenario to make sure you at least can draw some cards, but even though like I got Iono to 1. Was it better to go after a 1 prize Pokemon there? But yeah, then they would have gotten, yeah, maybe being Iono to 2 instead of Iono to 1. But still, with 3 research in the deck and Pokegear and boss, all these win conditions were there. I just didn't draw them. The Iono stuck, and that's why we didn't get the dub, but it's fine. Trying to showcase the strategy of the Archaludon here. Winning is a bonus. Showcasing the strategy is key. Okay, maybe we can be up against something like the Joltik box, which is very funny because now we can easily one-shot Iron Hands. Going first. Yeah, also start leading with that Squawk really did not help our situation in the Guardy matchup. We have Archaludon Okay. Note to self, you can also copy-paste attacks. Copy-paste the Raging Hammer attack from the bench. We have Archaludon in the active position. I most likely will need to Squack again. The classics. We're up against Munkidori. Is there going to be another... Yeah, this is pretty good. This is pretty good. I could ult... I'm going to attach energy there, but I could find more energies later, right? Yeah, sure. Attachment there. Ultra Ball. Get rid of these. Find myself another Dura. We can get Munkidoris later. It's time to squack away. We already will have an Archaludon under the discard pile, meaning Stretcher is an answer. There's that. There's Research, Fezandipiti. I'm gonna Nestball, find Munkidori right here. I could Research next turn. I know these can get recovered. Black Belt cannot get recovered, but getting the Munkidori in play proactively is great with the Venture Bombs. Ooh, okay. Frostlass is gonna be Marnie's Grimmsnarl. Very funky matchup. I think the Relicanth is gonna be useful. Relicanth will allow us to Raging Hammer, and they actually slap 180 damage, meaning with the Raging Hammer, that's 260. 260. With something like the Black Belt, that could technically be a great idea. Super odd. Oh, I'm not seeing any Marnie's Grimmsnarls. Research? Okay, there they are. TF Devo, very scary. We do have 130 HP though. And we can transfer damage, which is the most important factor. We're gonna research, try to find darkness type energies. And also their Itchy Pollen does absolutely no damage, which is great. Should I slap down Fezandipiti with a Frostlass in play? Most likely not. I have 3 copies of Night Stretchers. There's 2 Archaludon on our discard pile, but there's still more lurking around. So Itchy Pollen for nothing. Thank you. Okay, an Iono. Isn't Iono better than a Research here? Artisan. It is another Munkidori? Sure. It's Munkidori party over here, but they can slap damage as well. Okay. Venture Bombs. Where are the Stretchers? Oh, are all of our Stretchers prized? If that is the case, if all our Stretchers are prized, I'm actually not gonna get out any Munkidori. If all of our Stretchers are prized, I'm gonna go for a different strategy. Yeah, it's gonna have to be attachment here. Go for the Iono, I suppose. It's not what I want to do. Not what I want to do at all. Because they can get Candy, Marnie's Grimmsnarl, and we're gonna be in trouble. Okay, let's go. And that also saves us the Black Belt. I can evolve this one as well. I'm not gonna do that. I'll just go for Metal Defender Knockout. We do have the Darkness Energy, so at one point they will then transfer damage to us. We will transfer it right back. And with maybe 2 Munkidoris, they will. And with 2 Munkidoris, they need to like. Yeah, well, they all have Munkidoris themselves, so scary. Impidimp means they have probably Secret Box. I have an urge. I have like the feeling, a gut feeling that they have Secret Box in their hand. Or they're gonna get it with the Arven. Or not, just a Candy. That means Marnie's Grimmsnarl is gonna go on the attack. We have a very scary liability Pokemon right here, Squawkabilly. Not what we want to see. We did take the first prize, but going after, I would say, Munkidoris is probably better, right? Artisan will stick around for now. If they slap too much damage, we can get our Raging Hammer attack going. Raging Hammer, note to self, 80 additional damage. Oh, there's a Secret Box, I knew it! That's why they promoted the Impidimp so quickly. Again, an uphill battle. Can Archaludon withstand the power here? Maybe the Venture Bombs could come into play. Maybe we have to 2-shot and then 1-shot one later. Frostless is also gonna damage them, so that's 320. We cannot get an additional 100 damage output. I think 270 is where it's at. Or actually 290. Karate Belt and Adrena Brain. 290, that's still quite a bit of damage. Also, with Frostlass around, can't even find Frostlass. Marnie's Grimmsnarl is there. This is supposedly the BDIF in the Destined Rivals format. I have no idea if it's true. Spike Muff Gem, so no more Artisan, no more free... Yeah. Free Relicanth would have been great, but it's also one with an ability and low HP. We need to go after these guys. Somehow. Shadow Bullet, where are they gonna place the damage? We do have the Darkness Energy, which is great. 180. That's still gonna knock us out. So Darkness Energy here. Okay, let's see. I don't know if they will find Frostlass in time. I could slap 220 and then attack again. That's probably the safest choice here. And try to lower the HP on this guy. But they can put it back. They can totally put it back. And that's where the Munkidori wars will happen. That's where they will emerge. Slap down another one of these. Huh, it's kind of tricky because I really want to set up another Pokemon here. I don't know if they will have access to Marnies or anything. I'm just gonna go with this strategy. Not gonna evolve. There's no need for currently. We didn't play a supporter, so maybe they're gonna leave us alone. So they with the double Munkidori, they're gonna start with double Munkidoris, right? We have an Archaludon, our Vessel, an Ultra Ball, meaning we can get double Munkidori up in business. And knock out the Frostlass, which will make things a little bit more easier. And at one point, yeah, if we can get rid of all the damage on the field, they can no longer Munkidori. That is the main thing. Spike my jump. Hopefully no Iono here. This hand is pretty good to be sitting on. Morgrim, that's bad. That means they're gonna Iono. Because Morgrim is a card they don't need. Yeah, dang. This hand was great. We had an Archaludon right there. There's also the Venture Bomb. Double Adrena Brain. And an Ultra Ball as well. We are so cooked. Yeah, now this is a scary board position, right? Because everything, we have a low HP Pokemon sitting in the back as well. All of our stretchers are prized as well. I think all three of them. Maybe I should have gone for emptying our hand and evolve the Archaludon proactively. This one will get knocked out, but they have the double Munkidori. Even if they like heal, they can heal 30 from this, 30 from that. It's still gonna get knocked out by Metal Defender. If we even find Archaludon. And with so many low HP Pokemon on the field, it's gonna be quite tricky. They only have 2 cards though. Counter Catcher. Who are they gonna go for? That means we survive. We don't even need Night Stretcher here. And Adrena Brain power going on to this guy, right? With double Adrena Brain, they can definitely pack quite a punch on top of using the Shadow Bullet. So we're gonna be put in very low HP range. But the good news is we will survive. Shadow Bullet. Ow. How do we actually move on? The Frost that's also gonna damage us. That's also super annoying. Luckily we do still have an Iono as a draw support Pokemon. Yeah, these guys need to go. They need to go. If we attack this guy, they're still gonna have enough damage to... We need to heal. We need to... These Munkidoris actually need to go. Frostlass is gonna take the heavy lifting from these guys. Yeah, should I go after these guys? They both, yeah, we need to like attack. That's our main goal. So I'm actually gonna try and go with this. And then go for... They have so many energies on the field, this guy could potentially be trapped. But if it's trapped, is that a good idea though? Adventure bombs are really, really scary. Slap this down. Another 2 prize, it also seems like a bad idea. Yeah. Counter catcher. If we knock this guy out, the rest... I actually need to go after these little guys first. These will get damaged because of the Frostlass. Yeah. Venture bombs are interesting. They only have 3 cards, right? Nazball. Yeah, the Raging Hammer could have actually, in hindsight, could have knocked out that Marnie's Grimmsnarl in 1 shot. That's kind of funky. So maybe I should proactively evolve. And leave it as a surprise, yeah. Okay. There's still a world where we need to knock out 2 of these, so that's gonna be quite tricky. Okay, it's time. Interesting, right? One of these most likely will not survive. Okay. They have damage Pokemon. We have damage Pokemon. This is quite crazy. Okay, they can technically take down a lot of Pokemon. Then we can Iono. And we can Iono to a low hand size. We will take 2 damage counters between turns. Pushing us all the way to 80 damage. So they need to attack with the Shadow Bullet and put damage onto our Munkidori. But 1 Munkidori has been removed from play. We can heal off all the damage. But then we have Prime Catcher, knock out a 2 prizer. Okay, Iono. Scary. Fezandipiti is great here though. Is it though? As soon as they have boss, we lose, right? I don't even know. They have not played any boss. Fezandipiti also gets damage because of the Frostlass right there. But maybe we can Iono them to 1, which is great. Ah, quite a crazy battle. Munkidoris everywhere. Now the question becomes, what do you heal? The active Marnie's Grimmsnarl, most likely. But you can only heal 30. We are slapping 220. You're gonna get 10 damage because of the Frostlass. Here we go. So, lots of damage across the field. So, Relican most likely not necessary. Slapping down the Fez. We most likely will not need another Duraludon. 2 metal type energies. We need to find Ultra Ball. What can we still get? Nuzball, nothing. Okay. It's gonna have to be the Fez. Come on, activation time. Flipping some scripts. Black belts training, but no solution. We can put 60 there, put him to 90, then this one is in danger. It's gonna be an attachment right here. It all comes down to the Pokegear. Iono to 1. Ooh. Oh, Iono to 2, I would say. Attachment there. Find Ultra Ball, I suppose. Let's go. They only have 2 cards. We have an Archaludon, that's great. Okay. Let's see here. Evolve. Assemble Alloy. 220, 280. That means Mind Band this one. Okay. It still needs 10 damage. If we damage ourselves, and the double of that's 40, that's 260. With Adrena Brain 260, they could still not get there. Adventure Bomb. We have the balls in hand, by the way. So is it that bad to go for the Venture Bomb and then Adrena Brain? If we don't knock anything out, I don't know if they're playing Fezandipiti or not. But they have a Munkidori of their own. They have a Munkidori of their own. Maybe I should not go for the knockout here. If we slap 220, they're gonna get knocked out because of the Frostlass, right? 220, yeah. Let's put some damage on this guy. This one we can knock out, that's not an issue. That's not an issue at all, right? Yeah, 30 to 30, Venture Bombs, knocking everything out. Here we go. 220, they're gonna get knocked out because of Frostlass. That means no Fezandipiti and hopefully no Gut. Okay, we are somewhat in the game. We have the boss in hand. It all Stretchers, why are you here? What do they have? They have the boss from 3 cards. Maybe? Maybe? Please, let Archaludon beat the Marnie's Grimmsnarl deck. With double Munkidori, that's 60, but it's only gonna be 30 because they have a Munkidori of their own. Marnie's Morgram makes me think an Iono is coming. We have the balls in hand, by the way. Munkidori boss could win them the game. We're equal in price trade, so no counter catcher. There's a stretcher. Could allow them to get another Munkidori. That's putting 60 on us. Still not gonna be quite enough. Research. Are you playing? No, that's good. That's good. Research all you want, but the double Munkidori here could put 60, and then with Frostlass at 70, that's still not gonna be enough. It's still not gonna be enough. We have the balls in hand. Let's go, Archaludon, you're doing it. You're creating dreams again for people wanting to make the bridge. Make the bridge happen. Buddy Puffin, they can still item lock us, but it's not gonna do anything. We have energy in hand. Everything can, they can still, nah. it is over. The game is set and match. We are beating the most powerful deck in the Destined Rivals format, Marnie's Grimmsnarl. That was very, very scary. So we only lost against, I would say, Gardevoir. But that's a difficult matchup, I would say. Isn't Gardevoir going to be seeing less play with that many Marnie's Grimmsnarls around? Or are we completely wrong on that? Shadow Bullet is not going to do it. The writing's on the wall. They're taking their time right now to process what's happening. They think they could technically transfer over 60, 70 with their Frozlass. Shadow Bullet as well. They tried to knock out like double Munkidoris, I think, at one point. So we have 30, 60. Yeah, Freezing Shroud. They have given up. And that's well played. Let's go. Archaludon destroyed the Marnie's Grimmsnarl, and that was the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, let me know by rocking the hell out of the like button. It helps out in many ways. This game, all my stretchers were priced, which is very annoying. I could have gone for like knocking out the Marnie's Grimmsnarls with the Raging Hammer Relicanth, but that would have not mattered in the long run, as it was a 1 low HP Pokemon, and you want to be equal in price rate, so Counter Catcher is not live. Also, go check out the sponsors that make the videos possible. The links are down below in the description. Go check them out. Dragonshield.com for your sleeves, binders, and deck boxes. Get 5% off of your order using the coupon ZAPDOS5. TC Evolutions for your damage counters and ability tokens. Get them with 10% off using the coupon ZAPDOSTCG. PotownStore.com for your TCG Live code card needs. Instant email delivery, 5% off. And Cardmarket.com for European players where you're able to buy as well as sell cards to people all across Europe. Use the referral name ZapDosTCG to help support the channel. Thank you all very much for watching my Archaludon video. Will you try out the Team Rocket's bombs yourself? They are very fun to be playing around with. The Munkidori build of this deck is actually quite legit. I'm a very big fan of it, and I'll see how it actually does at NAIC. So have yourself a fantastic rest of your day. See you guys tomorrow. Peace.